Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever time it was that you decided to chime in. Thank you for joining and welcome. So I wanted to come on because I had a download and I wanted to share, which came to me as heavy is the head that wears the crown. So it's one thing to be a part of a church congregation, right? And it's another thing to say you're a leader and obtain a title and move inside your congregation as a leader of your church establishment. When you receive your title, it comes with a little bit of burden. Okay? It's not just, oh, I got a title, you're going to respect me, you're going to do what I say. With this said title, you said to God and all the world that you're going to rise above the petty too. You're going to go against the nagging. You're going to rise above the gossip. You're going to rise above the negative talk, backstabbing. You're going to rise above all the petty. Romans 22 and 2a says, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You are set apart and you are different from the non-believers for a reason. You said when you got your title, you're a leader. So you're not going to follow all the other stuff that's going on because you have to be the example for everyone. When you received your said title, you said to God and the rest of the world that you will do your best to display the fruit of the Spirit. Galatians 5:22 and 23 says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. So, in other words, the fruit of the Spirit is showing the world without you having to tell them who you are. You're showing the world who you are. Just like a regular tree, you don't know what kind of tree it is until it bears fruit. And when the fruit start hanging, you now know it's either an apple tree or an orange tree. That's how we know what kind of tree it is. Just like humans, we know who you are based on how you are. So you can say, hey, I'm this person with your lips, but in your actions, you got people over here like, you're what? That's not judgment. Stop hiding under that word. That's not judgment. We are supposed to hold each other accountable for our actions inside the church. You know what I mean? When you received your title, you also said that you will try your best to lead with your heart and not your emotions. That means no matter how you feel about it, it has to come from Bible. Whatever you have to say have to come from Bible. It can't come from your opinion because you're mad at the time. John 15 and 12a says, this is my commandment, that you love one another, that I have loved you. So that means no matter how they treat you, you're still supposed to love them. That's a burden. That's the burden you picked up when you decided you wanted a title. You forfeit being able to move the same as the rest of the world. You are a living, breathing, walking witness and example to the world. Every day of your life, this is what you signed up for, willingly. Nobody put a gun to your head. So if you're not going to be responsible, because responsibility ties into your title, you have to know that it's not just getting a title is not everything. You are now reliable and responsible. Matthew 5 and 16 said, let your light shine before others, so that they may see the good works in you and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. So you have to display these things in order for someone to pick it up. But they looking at rude people. They're not looking at nice people. They're looking at people that's rude. They're looking at people that's manipulative. And y'all wonder why nobody trusts the church today. Nobody wants to join church no more. Because the people inside the church are not being responsible with their responsibility. They're not moving in love. They're moving in a title. Forgive one another. As an example, you can't hold a grudge. You are there to show others how to forgive as well. You can't be an example to someone else if you yourself shows no forgiveness. The Bible says in Ephesians 4:31 and 32, get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Your heart speaks to God. You don't have to tell God what's going on. He knows already what's going on. And he can see the malice in your heart. He can see the hate in your heart. How you move toward people. How you treat his people. He watches that. That's why the Bible is here, to lead us away from treating others like this. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Okay? Your title means nothing if you are not living by what it is there for. And you are misleading. You're misleading because the people on the outside who have not thought about going to church but might be thinking about going to church, you are making them not want to come to church. The people that's inside the church that's learning from you, you're misleading them because that's not how you lead. Your crown is a responsibility that when you received it, you said that you were ready for. You were responsible for. So let's stop being light about these titles and do what God said do with them. God bless you all. Happy good. What is it? Yesterday was Thanksgiving, so today is it Black Friday? Whatever. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your year. I might have another video before Christmas. I don't know. It depends on the Lord and what He has to say. But right now, heavy is the head that wears the crown is what He wanted me to say. I've been out here to see much, and I'm very disappointed in leadership inside congregations, inside churches. I'm very disappointed. And so is God. So I hope you take this as iron sharpens iron. Nobody's getting upset. There's no jealousy involved. I have no names. There's nobody in particular I'm talking about. This is just church as a whole. Everywhere you look, in every city, in every town, every state, every country, churches are doing too much. And God not happy. So I got to get to work. I'm just doing this because I want to be obedient. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it resonated in your spirit and you do something about it. Until next time, America. Mwah.